Доброго дня.
Good afternoon. Now the floor is given to the Ministry of Defense spokesman on ATO-related issues, Colonel Oleksandr Motuzyanyk. Good afternoon, everyone. Now the information about the events that happened in the ATO area during the last 24 hours. The Lugansk area, as in previous days, the military actions are carried out along the front line. The biggest number of shelling was in the region of Popasna. Also, it was not calm near Krymske. There, the enemy actively used mortars. Moreover, in the Lugansk area, there are provocations in the region of Stanica Luganska. Two main shellings delivered by the enemy in the morning, starting 8 till noon, and in the evening, starting 7 till 11 p.m. On the whole, during the last 24 hours in the Lugansk area, there were 14 enemy shellings, including 6 with the use of heavy weapons. The Donetsk area. The main military actions are in Avdiivka production area. The firing between ATO forces and the occupants lasted with interruptions for 4 hours. The enemy uses mortars actively. They launched 39 mortar shells at our positions. Also, the enemy violates ceasefire in Svetlodarsk Bulge and in the region of Zaitsevo. In the region of Donetsk airport, it was calm yesterday. On the whole, during the last 24 hours in the Donetsk area, there were 5 enemy shelling, including 1 with the use of mortars. Mariupol area, there the number of enemy shellings decreased sharply. As previously, the occupants deliver fire in Mariinsky region, Krasnogorivka and Mariinka, and in coastline area in the region of Shirokine and Gnutovo. In the majority of cases, this happened in the second part of the day. On the whole, during the last 24 hours in the Mariupol area, there were 7 enemy shelling, including 2 with the use of heavy weapons. During the last 24 hours, in the result of the military actions, no Ukrainian serviceman was killed, but 1 was wounded. It happened in Avdiivka. At Novotroitsky checkpoint, police officers detained a deserter. This militant 66-year-old man for 2 years was the member of Kalmius militant group. And also Ukrainian law enforcers detained 2 proxies of the militants, one of them 32-year-old resident of Rushkivka. Starting 2015, he provided information to the enemy about weaponry, deployment of movement of detachments of Ukrainian armed forces. This information then was used by Russia in their propaganda materials. This man had access to the deployment of strategic facilities and the lists of ATO participants. And he wanted to use these materials in order to organize subversive activities and to create informant network of the militants. Ukrainian law enforcers detained him at one of the checkpoints near Mariupol, and now he faces up to 5 years in prison. Another militant, the member of so-called DPR, was detained in Lugansk Oblast. He took part in patrolling occupied towns. At the same time, one more militant started to cooperate with the SBU in the framework of the program of SBU that is called They Wait for You Back Home. This man joined the militants and he reinforced positions, served at checkpoints and to check the documents. And he saw the chaos and lawlessness among the militants and decided to turn to SBU in order to return to peaceful life. Now the investigation is on the way, and if this former militant didn't commit any heavy crimes, the court will have grounds to release him from criminal responsibility. The next information about training in Lvivshina, and as the center of the National Guard, they had training. Guardsmen are trained how to act if a group got into the ambush of the enemy, how to provide first medical aid under fire, how to evacuate wounded in the forest area, and how to make hidden movements in the winter period. This is all information. Do you have some questions or clarifications? No, thank you.